Okay, so today I am going to make, I have a rack of lamb. So rack of lamb, it's gonna be a panko, Parmesan crusted rack of lamb. It's perfect for Christmas. You don't even need a recipe. Super easy to make. So the first thing we wanna do, we have our rack of lamb. And you just wanna season it. I'm just using salt and pepper because it's gonna have a crust on it. And again, we're using seasoned panko. So it's gonna give it like a nice crispy crust. I have some Parmesan cheese here. The only thing I don't have is parsley. So if you got parsley, you could just chop it up and add it to the mixture, but it's not gonna make or break it. Okay, so I have my salt here. You wanna season liberally. And also, if your meat looks, this is pretty clean, and we're gonna sear it and then add some Dijon mustard, and then the panko mixture is gonna go on top. It's gonna go in the oven for about 20 minutes. I want a, cook it to medium. All right, I'm just gonna flip it over. You wanna season both sides. And I have some pepper over here, my pepper meal. Okay, so this is a pretty easy dish to do. If you know, you're kind of new to cooking. I mean, this is an expensive cut of meat, but you really, like I said, you're gonna eyeball everything. It's pretty much impossible to make, to mess up. You do wanna have a thermometer so you can temp your meat, so then you know when to pull it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my pan on, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of oil. I'm gonna move the camera in a second. But this is what it should look like, seasoned. And again, this is just salt and pepper. So while that's heating, I'm just gonna take this little pan. I'm gonna eyeball how much panko we're going to use. I'm gonna use all of it. And then I'm gonna take my Parmesan cheese and I'm gonna mix that in. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And then you just wanna like, make sure it's mixed up and then just kind of taste it. So if it tastes seasoned, you're good to go. Okay, so let's move the camera over. Oops. Okay. All right, and so you just want, this is on like high heat, because you want to get a nice sear so you can lock in all of the juices and everything. So let's see. Like I said, this is perfect for Christmas. A lot of times, I know a lot of people cook lamb for Christmas or Christmas Eve. I know like Italians, they do the Feast of the Seven Fishes. So like I said, if you're just tired of like regular traditional Christmas, Thanksgiving food, this is really nice for Christmas. So if you're just joining me, we're doing a panko crusted rack of lamb. It's perfect for Christmas, and you don't even need a recipe. So we're just gonna sear it, smear it with some Dijon, and then put the panko, and it's been mixed in with the Parmesan, and we're gonna just press it into the meat and then just bake it off. In about 20 minutes, you'll have a really nice dish. So I'm making croutons because I'm gonna have a Caesar salad on the side. All right. So yeah, so just joining, make sure you like and subscribe, and that's right, hit that like button if you haven't, and subscribe. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the pan. Got a little too hot. So so again, rack of lamb, panko, crust. We're gonna do that in a second, but you wanna sear it first. Get a pan that's big enough where you can just sear it. It's just gonna take a few minutes. I made some fresh croutons for my Caesar salad. What I do is I buy like a loaf of sourdough bread. Let me show you. There's also a video on YouTube, how to make the perfect Caesar salad. So I normally will just buy some sliced sourdough and just keep it in the freezer. And then when I want croutons, cut it up into cubes, some salt, some peppers, maybe some Parmesan cheese if I'm doing a Caesar salad. And then just put it in the oven. And this is on like 415. And so we want to get a good sear on this. This is pretty hot. Okay. This is going to take a few minutes. And now if you want the full video, tomorrow I'm going to upload the completed video so you can see what the finished product looks like. So just make sure, you know, you like and subscribe so you can come back to it and you'll see it, because you don't even need a recipe for this. If you're new to cooking, like, you're literally going to eyeball it and you can't mess this up. Like I said, we just want to get a nice sear, and I'll show you what the sear looks like. You just want like a nice brown crust. It's probably going to take about 5 to 7 minutes just to get a nice crust on here. Okay. And this right here, this has eight ribs. So I think, like, you know, 4 per person is going to be plenty. Also, we're going to have some salad with it. So I think it just depends on how greedy you are. If you're real greedy, you might need 2 racks. Okay, so you see how it's nice and brown? So I'm going to just sear the bottom of it. Just turn it down a little bit. I just turned the fan on because it's getting a little smoky in here. I don't want to set off the fire alarm. And what you're trying to do is kind of trying to render some of this fat down. And then when we're done, I'll put it over here. We'll come back over and we'll put the panko mixture. Actually, I'll bring the panko mixture over. So if you're just joining me, let me show you. This is seasoned panko. So it's seasoned panko breadcrumbs, some Parmesan cheese, some salt, some pepper. Taste it. If it tastes seasoned, you're good to go. I just want this to get a little bit browner. I'm going to kind of force it down. So yeah, so what's everyone planning to make for Christmas? Drop it in the comments. What are you guys gonna make? I know some people do Italian, and you can never go wrong with Italian, so. All right, let's see. A little bit longer. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. And I'll show you. Let's move this back. So this is what it looks like seared. So I'm gonna grab some Dijon mustard. Open this. Let me take my croutons out. See, croutons, super easy. You don't have to buy store-bought croutons. Okay, so I'm just going to put Dijon. I just have a spatula and just want to rub it with the Dijon. Also, the Dijon is going to give it some nice flavor. And then you want to flip it over. And get the other side. You gotta season both sides. Okay, and then from there, roll my sleeves up. I just want to kind of just stick it on the meat and just kind of press into it. And don't worry, some will fall off, that's fine. And just, again, just press down into it. Press into it. Make sure you get the ends. I like for the ends to be a little crunchy as well. So just take it and just kind of smush it. Smush. Okay. And then I am just going to take a little bit of olive oil and put it on top so it'll get nice and brown. And that's it. I mean, that was like super easy. You're going to let the oven do the rest of the work. I'll bring it closer. So again, I just want to put like a layer of oil. Okay. So this is what it looks like. I'll turn it around. So this is going to be like golden brown. I'm going to cook it to medium. If you want to cook it medium rare, or if you want it, you know, a little bit more well done, that's your prerogative. It's going to be medium today. So yeah, so if you're looking for, like I said, you don't need a recipe. I'm going to upload the full video tomorrow, and you can just make this for Christmas, or you can make it for New Year's. So that's all you have to do. Just sear it, sear it, and then add your panko on top. and then bake it off. And you'll have like a really fancy Christmas dinner, and you didn't have to do much. So very, very simple. Thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. And this is on like 425 degrees. So I'm gonna check it at about 15 minutes to see what the temperature is. And that's it. So make sure you like and subscribe. I will drop a video tomorrow, the full video for the lamb. And you guys can just make it for Christmas. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.